welcome friends. Okay, so this reading that I'm about to talk about is kind of coming out of left field. Okay, sometimes spirit throws me curveballs, and I felt this way, this intensity, this new vibe since January 1st started. Okay, and I thought at first it was just me because me personally, I have a lot of things on the go in the new year. And I just thought there was a lot being thrown at me. However, doing more research, I've noticed in other personal readings that I've done, and just kind of navigated what's going on in the outer world around the world, and what's happening in other people's lives that I love dearly, or people that I know. There's definitely an intense shift for us collectively. That's why I felt like I should do this reading, because there is a very distinct pattern that's happening to us collectively. Okay, and this will be my first collective reading actually. As I've started my channel here on YouTube, I've noticed that my horizons are kind of getting more broad, and I'm seeing things also from a collective point of view, not just from a personal point of view when I do, like I said, personal one-on-one readings. Okay, so I wrote down a lot of notes because there is an aspect of overflow of information, like real truths, and also distractions throughout the year. And right now I've been getting a lot of overflow of energy and information of having to weed out the stuff that's distractions versus what holds truth. Okay, so here's some of the things I wrote down. I got organized chaos. So if you want to think of a card that could represent that, several tower moments. Okay, so the tower card would be a great representation of that. And testing what has been learned in 2020 to 2024, which had a real emphasis on Empress energy. And I'll get into that a little bit later. But now we're being called with the Emperor energy coming in 2025 to kind of act on this Empress energy that we've been kind of working with for the last 4 years. Okay, okay, there was a distinct message of call to raise vibration, not settling for less. Those 4 words, not settling for less. Okay, and hold ground, defend higher self in face of adversity. Like I said, there's a very distinct energy of the Emperor coming in strong, okay, for this year. And it's so intense, guys. Like, if you haven't felt it yet, you might start to feel it as the year progresses. But I am going to pull some cards for that. Let's just see. With this organized chaos, let's pull a card that will help kind of clarify what's going on here. Okay. So we got temperance, okay? Temperance with organized chaos. Like I said, I feel like change is a brewing, big change, like globally changing, okay? And there's a need to balance out the energies on Earth. And that great shift is going to happen, like I said, on a very universal level, on a global level, okay? I feel like there is a sense of divine intervention this year with the Emperor, okay? And finding true balance in life is going to be a very prominent message from the universe going forward, okay? So testing what has been learned. with the Empress influence. When we had that big thing happen a few years back where we had a global illness, right? We all kind of had to stop, and the message there that I got back then was that the Empress was coming in, very gentle, nurturing energy, trying to tell us that we needed to connect with people around us, that we were all going down a path that led us to feeling isolated, alone, and disconnected from our higher self as well, okay? And kind of coming back to a loving space, a truly unconditional loving space, okay? And that's why everything kind of was on hold, I believe. I know there was outer influence stopping life from going about the way it was, but from the universe's perspective, it felt like the universe was saying, stop and smell the roses, really contemplate what is important to you in your life. And a lot of us got back to certain things, oh, I totally forgot about that, and started nurturing our souls, and things fell away in people's lives, and other things became very apparent. It was a very life-changing time. However, it was a very gentle, life-changing time. Things were intense, yes, but being at home, kind of in your space, gave us time for introspection and reconnecting again with the people we love and the things around us that make us happy and the things that don't, and kind of got us back on track to what our higher purpose was back between 2020 and 2024. Well, now I'm feeling that the Emperor is coming in strong, a very different energy from the Empress. We've had that time for introspection, and now the Emperor is asking us to apply it to our lives, to walk that path now. It was like a gentle deer nudge back in the day with the Empress energy, and now it's a full-blown, I'm getting the image of like a baby bird ready to fly and the mom kind of kicking it out of the nest. That's kind of how it happens in nature. They just they don't gently nudge you, they kind of say, okay, your wings are ready, now go and fly. And that is the energy that the Emperor is asking us to embrace this year, okay? So hold ground, defend higher self in the face of adversity. Let's see what some of this adversity might be for us collectively, okay? Okay, so the Four of Swords in reverse. Like I said, guys, I feel that the Emperor is asking us not to sit back and relax and take it easy anymore. There's no more need for introspection. We should be pretty grounded in what we know we want. Because of what happened a few years back, it kind of shook up the status quo and really made people question their lives, right? And now we should have a little bit more clarity and drive towards what the next steps are, okay? And let's get a little bit more. Okay, hold ground in the face of adversity. Yes, so don't sit back. If there's something that you know is important for your higher self, you have to defend it. You can't sit back and relax on it. It's important to stand strong and steady, okay? Because again, I feel like we're getting a call as a collective energy to raise the vibration, like I said. And the time for waiting is over, okay? We're in need this year for some reason, in need. Okay, so let's see what else. Okay, take that one because it flipped over, that one. Okay, we got the Queen of Swords. Okay, so Aquarius energy, being a humanitarian, again, standing up for the little guy, There's a real call this year to speak on truth. If you see something that is unfair, to try and rebalance that fairness. Have a real warrior spirit for the greater good is what I'm getting. And also the Seven of Swords in reverse. Excuse me. Okay, so the Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay, so this card represents manipulation, trying to get away with something underhanded, distractions, just generally moving at a lower vibration, okay? And I feel like the Emperor's energy is going to firmly but fairly slam doors in our faces of opportunities that no longer align with your higher vibration that is asked of you this year. Like I said, with the Empress energy from a couple years back, we were tried and tested and doing a little bit of introspection and some life lessons along the way. But now I feel the Emperor's asking us to act and apply what we've learned, okay? And again, there will be opportunities coming collectively our way, and that kind of vibe at a lower vibration, right? And again, it could be a new job you're trying for, a new relationship, whatever it is. If it's not aligning with your higher vibration, and it's going to be frustrating is what I'm trying to get at, it won't come to fruition in your life, okay? I've found a lot of people coming to me saying, you know, I've got my goals all set for January and I'm blocked, constantly blocked. And it's because your soul has ascended to a higher level, but the opportunities that seem to linger are of low value, that don't match your energy in 2025. It's like it feels like old habits or old energies are trying to hitch a ride or tag along in the new year. It's a sense of digging their heels in with this, let's take the low road, okay? It could be within yourself with these old habits dying hard, or other people's energy, again, trying to ascend with you. However, they haven't done the work that you have, okay? And like I said, you might feel very distressed this year with trying to make opportunities happen for yourself. And just remember that the Emperor won't just let anything come into your space this year, okay? And he asks you to hold a higher standard, okay? And if we listen or if we don't listen, especially if we don't listen, it just gets more difficult, okay? So if things aren't working, just understand that something better that goes with your vibration is around the corner, okay? I've learned that very quickly at the beginning of the year. I've been trying for certain things myself and other people I've talked to and done readings for, and the frustration is very real about setting goals and off to a rough start, okay? But like I said, the silver lining is that's that Emperor kind of being the bouncer at the door. That's what I just envisioned. The bouncer at the door saying, okay, you're allowed in. I like your vibe. You're allowed in. You guys, absolutely not. You go back and maybe another day, you know? So just keep that in mind going forward, okay? Yeah, so slowed or halted process is what I wrote down. So there's this real aspect of feeling like we're going back to the drawing board over and over again throughout the year. You might feel it's like one step forward, two steps back, okay? And again, it's just that Emperor energy. He's like the gatekeeper, okay? Making sure you're making progress towards your higher good, okay? But let's just see what will help with going back to the drawing board aspect. Okay, so there's this real spiral kind of energy of feeling like going in circles a little bit this year. Okay, so what will help with this, going back to the drawing board 3 times? Okay, we got 2. Realization. Okay, so we definitely collectively have some understanding and realization of where we want our life path to take us. And there's this big opportunity that the Emperor has for each of us uniquely in 2025, okay? But there's also pleasure. With this drawing board, going back to the drawing board aspect, you will be able to know, to help with this whole cycle of going back, you will know where the opportunity lies that the Emperor has for you that is on your higher path by feeling a sense of pleasure and ease. Okay, doesn't mean that you can sit back and do very little about your life path, but there'll be a sense of ease. Okay, if it's a struggle and you're trying to make things work, and I get the impression that a lot of us here are very flexible and open to working with different energies, okay? And that's great quality. But when it comes to your higher good, which is ultimately the greater good for everyone, you will find it through it being pleasurable to walk this path. You're supposed to be enjoying your life, and there's challenges for sure, but again, there's this standard that the Emperor wants us to reach this year. Okay, so that'll be just a side note when you're feeling this frustration throughout the year with different things, different tower moments and different challenges and opportunities and whatever's coming your way this year. What brings an easier path? And I'm also getting that there is unexpected energy coming in. You might be thinking this is the right path, but somehow it takes a detour before you get there. Okay, so just as long as it's bringing you pleasure a little bit along the way, it is the right keyhole to walk through. Okay, opportunity. Okay, so what is a message that the Emperor, one last message the Emperor wants to tell us throughout this year? I just, like I said, I feel like it's going to be an intense year. Lots of stuff going on, and we need that extra protection and extra drive to lift our vibration to a higher level. Okay, not just to settle for whatever. Okay, oh, he has 3 messages. Okay. Alrighty. Butterfly spirit, transformation. Okay, so with transformation, as I've said before, it can be difficult, and there are stages, and to try and trust in the process, because beautiful things are happening, but there is a lot of, like I said, organized chaos where we need to stand firm and strong in our beliefs and transform into that higher self, okay, the next level this year, okay? And knowledge. And doing this, we will get bits and pieces of information. As you can see from the sky here, it's a star and it turns into some sort of bubble in her hand. And she's sitting on a boat, gliding gently through the water on a swan boat. So with grace and ease, okay? So you will be attaining knowledge as you're transforming to the next level this year, okay? And the last message, eagle spirit, freedom, okay? And yeah, there's that unicorn in the picture as well, at the bottom there, of transcending to the next level. There's a real prominent message of transcending and transformation and heightening and leveling up, okay? And of course with the eagle comes knowledge and clear vision and truth, okay, going forward. If you trust in that intuition and deep knowing within yourself, the great opportunities the Emperor has for you is more than I think we have manifested for ourselves. I think the Emperor sees our potential. The universe sees our potential. And this year, it's kind of giving us a firm pull in the full right direction and to our higher calling, okay? And it's kind of like a father figure. He's kind of can be intimidating in a way, that he protects the ones he loves, and he has this very authoritative energy about him. But he does things in a very loving way, okay? And so I'm gonna just close the reading with a couple numbers that came up as well, and maybe they'll resonate for you. I got 8, 44, 42, and 28. And these were just random cards that I pulled, and the synchronicity of the numbers is what caught me, so I wrote it down. And again, with the 2s and the 4s and the 8, it's just something to keep in mind, okay, going forward this year. So I close by saying I hope this was helpful, and I hope to see you guys in the next reading. Take care. Bye.